Hello everybody, Mr. T here again, back in Enchanted Forest, up in Bonner's Ferry. Gonna do some more riding, haven't been on these trails at least a year now. I'm not sure exactly what I'm riding, but I'm definitely gonna do Cabin Trail and Unchained. Riding my new bike today. So hope you enjoy the videos. Shred. All right, hello again everybody, Mr. T here. Kind of looking at the bridge there, sort of where we cross over from Equinox to Unchained, which is what I'm gonna go around. I'm just facing the wrong way right now. But I rode this trail, I don't know, a couple of years ago when we had a group ride out here hosted by the Alpine Shop in Sandpoint. I have a video on it. I don't remember much about the trail, so essentially riding it blind again. Turn my music down a little bit. Oh, I missed that. Whew. Well, I'd gotten way down the trail here and realized I hadn't started my video, which also means I missed the part where I said my wife might be right. So Mrs. T, if you're listening, you might be right. Love ya. She's a good wife. She lets me do things like this. So big shout out to Mrs. T. So I had to climb back up. A little extra riding uphill that I wasn't planning on, but that's okay. I mean, for me, this is definitely what I would call one of my longer rides. And I'm only at just over 8 miles. Usually I do 5 to 6 miles out there, Pine Tree Woods. Oh, for whatever reason, I missed the trail. Wow. Even with this being my second time today riding this section, definitely making some mistakes. But speaking of the length of the ride, do need to push myself to go a little further. So rides like this a couple times a week are going to be helpful. I feel like, ooh, ow. Just trying to look down the side of the ravine there. Caught the edge of the trail that was soft. I feel like I know near the end of this trail, it kind of does some stuff down the ravine. With nice tight corners and yeah, a little bit of tiredness kicking in here, making some rookie mistakes, I guess you could say. I'm gonna take a breather right here. Took a little 30-second break. Don't want to yeah. About to say I don't want to fly into some of these corners. It's definitely not a trail I know I can't ride well. I just not sure which line I chose here. It's like the straight line. The other line was probably more for climbing. One of the things I've learned, woo, little dab there. So as I was saying, one of the things I've learned in my year or so of running this YouTube channel and doing videos is when I do edits for the lines I want to hit like that, I always go back at least twice the distance I think I would need. It just gives you time to set up, and then the edit. Oh, that's a tight tree on that corner. Gives you space to edit in. Yeah, definitely need to work on tight corners. But yeah, it gives you space to edit in. And another thing I learned, the last video on this trail, I used to record my uphill climbs and fast forward them with elevator music, but I lost a lot of viewers in those first minutes, so I don't put in climbs anymore. Nobody wants to watch a fat kid climb a hill. Well, some of the 9B guys might, just because they're cruel and unusual, and they do a Wednesday night ride on a ride I do on the weekends. But I will say, some of the guys I know from up here, they are spectacular climbers and just riders in general, and do a lot of hand-built trail. In fact, they've got a new one coming to section 16, which I had my kids out on not too long ago riding with their friends. So really looking forward to that line. Some of the guys, like I said, that I know from up here, they came down to our VTT trails and rode up Zen garden. That's a cool tree. Before, I think now they've changed it to downhill only, so you had the first couple of weeks to get your uphill ride in on that Zen garden. Super fun trail. So is Downward Dog. So is this one. I vaguely recall this part. Yeah, it was some of the ravine I was thinking of that's got the tight switchbacks. I think there's a little bit more up here. If I remember correctly, it's just going to be a lot of nice little single track like this. Nothing techy, nothing super difficult. Just down the steep ravine to my side. Whew. Back to that parking lot. I was running ceramic brake pads on my hardtail, but I also took that from 160 rotors to 200s, just because, like I said, I'm a big guy and I like having the braking power. Now this bike comes with a 200 up front, 180 in the rear, and it's got resin pads. Ooh, a little sloppy. And they're doing okay, so I'll probably run them out, see what I got for rotors on here to see if they can handle semi-metallic or ceramic. But you know, I'm looking at them about 30-40 miles in on this bike now, and definitely not regretting it. I mean, I was considering an enduro bike, but I went with a trail bike. Biggest difference is it's slightly less travel in the suspension, but transitioning from riding all these trails on a hardtail to this is just amazing. Hello, Mr. T here. Just finished coming down Unchained. Cabin takes off back up. This is kind of where I started the day. Parking lots, I don't know, 100 yards, something like that. Just down the trail. Super fun. Really fun trail. Some features there I didn't really hit, some I went back for. Hopefully I got the whole thing recorded. I had a little mishap with the camera. But totally, if you're in the Bonners, Ferry, Boundary County area, come check out this trail system. It's super fun.